course I was on mute. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Australia's Tabletop Gaming Network once again. I'm ScottyD, and tonight we've got the Sydney Autumn GT Tournament preview. Tonight I am joined by Jake. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, good, brother. How you going?
Yeah, going well, thanks, man. And we got the TO for the weekend. Alex, what's happening, man?
Not much. How are you?
Yeah, good. Going well. Had a very busy Monday, but keen to chat about the tournament. And welcome to everyone who is in Twitch chat. We've got Glaves, Kalpa, Dark Justice. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us as we do these tournament previews live. So if you're watching it back on YouTube after we've done the stream, it is really great to be able to have the chat engage with us. And we've already got Dan throwing a D's nuts joke in here. So, you know, par for the course, isn't it?
No, I'm kidding. No.
So,
Come
but
on,
yeah.
if I was on a cruise, I could think of better things to do, but obviously, it's...
Man really loves his family.
No, we're glad he's here. We're glad he's here.
Yeah.
He's here for the important stuff. He knows.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking.
Premier sponsor, you know.
He does sponsor the ATWN Tip Top Terrain. Check him out if you haven't already. But yeah, got to support the Oi Bays. For sure, brother, for sure. So yeah, we're gonna jump into it pretty quickly here, ladies and gentlemen. We've decided to tighten the format a little bit for our tournament previews. So I just want to thank everyone for joining us. And hope that you guys enjoy the preview for the tournament this weekend. So I'm gonna pass it off to Jake for the first question here.
Yep. So Alex, you want to give us a quick just little introduction on yourself, mate, and the hobby?
Hi, I'm Alex. I run events. They're fun. You should go to them. Definitely do it. Yeah, that's about it. I've been doing it for a while now. The scene's doing really well. Sydney is absolutely booming, not just from me, but from others as well. That's it. Yeah, I'm just here to do this for you guys so we have a fun event and, you know, you guys get to roll some dice.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's what we're all about.
100%. 100%. All right. So with that out of the way, let's start talking about the event itself. So it's 2-day GT, 5 rounds, and we're going to pull up the players pack, and OBS decides it wants to work for me today, which is a good thing. And welcome all the first-time chatters as well. Great to have you all joining us. And Queztail, yes, there is Emperor's Children. We're going to do a full meta breakdown a little bit here. So we'll be able to share some thoughts about the entire meta at the event. So to kick things off, we're just going to look at kind of the back end side of things for the event. In terms of your pairings process and placings, it's just going to be wins random with Swiss for the final round. And then the placings, how that works, is going to be top 4 at the end of round 4 go into lock pod, unless there's 2 losses at the end of the tournament. So should be all pretty solid there.
Yeah, something I've been doing for a while. It's pretty well received. You know, you go through the gauntlet, you're fighting for final place. If you lose, you don't end up 8th. Yeah, you've already done the gauntlet, you know. So yeah, well received so far. Keeps things competitive, keeps things chill as well at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. And I, myself as a TO, I've started implementing that as well, because I think it's a really solid way to reward the players that make it up to that point anyway. So yeah, definitely agree with that. Then we're just going to chat about the day layouts. So looks like we've got 2 different days for the event, obviously, but we've got 2 layouts per day. And we'll get into talking about those in a little bit here. Looks like a 9 a.m. start. You've got 2-hour, 15-minute rounds, an hour for lunch on day 1, and then
2 hours 45, right? Or does it say 2 hours 15 accidentally?
No, 2 hours 45 for the round. Maybe I just misspoke. My bad.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, hold on. Did I do this wrong? Yeah.
Oh god.
I would love it. Personally, I would love it. You know me. I'm just saying others might not appreciate that. Yeah.
Yes. Hour for lunch on the Saturday. Then round 2 has got 2 hours 45 with a 15-minute break in between rounds 2 and 3, which I think is always good. Give players a bit more downtime. And then round 3, 2 hours 45 as well. So you finish around 6:45, 7 o'clock in the evening, which is pretty reasonable.
Yep.
Day 2 Starting at 10 o'clock in the morning with only a 45-minute lunch, and we're packing up and out of there at around 5:15. Both of those rounds are actually 3 hours as well to account for terrain swapping, I believe, is correct?
Correct.
Yeah, cool.
So whenever I do a terrain swap for everyone, I make it a 3-hour round because it takes about 15 minutes to set up. But then if the terrain layout persists, we can just do a 2 hours 45. You don't have to change anything. It's a way to keep both people happy in terms of the people that do like a bit more time in their games. They're not having to count for terrain setting up, but then also keeps the other people happy that want to leave early, and especially people that are traveling.
Yep, for sure. And we do have a bunch of folks traveling for this one.
Yeah.
All right. So with that out of the way, we're going to jump into the maps now. Alex, you've actually designed these maps based off GW layout. Some of them are 1-for-1, but there's a few that we'll get into that are actually some feedback designs you've given to Games Workshop to improve their overall layouts. Which is really cool. I really love that. We're at that point of the edition where some freshness can be really good to keep people engaged.
I don't want to have things too stagnant either in the game. Like, let's try out a few things. Let's make things exciting. I know that these things have been submitted. I know that these things are potentially being considered. I don't know. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything. So yeah, let's just have a bit of fun with it and muck around.
Yeah, for sure. So,
Man in the inside.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. This is all just, I'm making it all
up. So round one, it's on layout 1, Hammer and Anvil deployment on Scorched Earth. Pretty straightforward. We all know layout 1. We all know Scorched Earth. So 10 points max per round, 5 per objective. You can burn objectives in No Man's Land for 5 points or your opponent's home for 10. So if you burn 2 in No Man's Land because they're 5 points each, you can get the 10 that way as well.
You can get the max there, yeah. The reason I like this one is you'll see that I picked this and round 2 while still being the same layout. The actual deployment lines as well as the mission type significantly change how these play. So I wanted to make sure that they felt a little bit different to play on without them being too samey. So you'll see that in the next one. And if you guys have feedback, I am putting obviously like deployment measuring lines for the ruins and everything else as well, which will be there at a later update. But yeah, give me the feedback. But I tried to make these as easy as possible. Everything's color coded, and there will be a terrain guide for which color goes where.
Yep, for sure, sure. Which is so
Everybody
good.
loves that.
Yes.
Yeah, make it simple.
Yeah. All right, round number 2, and you're 100% correct of how this changes because we're playing same layout, but it's hidden supplies on Crucible. So it means that the center objective is not in the center; it's 6 inches towards the opposite corners.
Yep, and I've put them in there as well so everyone can see it.
Yep.
Just to make things as easy as possible.
Yeah, it's gonna be really quite good to be able to hold behind those center ruins that you could basically attempt to hold 2 objectives, but at the same time, one is quite defensive whilst you might have to expose for the top left and the bottom right objectives as well, as Crucible does expose those fire lanes to a certain extent, but you've got to get your units around and into position and make use of those fire lanes.
Not only that, but also, you can't be just playing defensive because it is hidden. So you're not really getting your home unless you're holding more. So you need to be pushing someone off and being really defensive, or you need to be being really aggressive.
Yep, for sure. Then going on to round number 3, and this is the first custom map that's been tweaked, where it is layout 2 hybrid, so this is the tweaked one, on linchpin with tipping point. So of course you hold your home for 3 points. If you hold your home in No Man's Land, they're worth 5 apiece. If you don't hold your home and hold No Man's Land, they're worth 3 apiece. I really like the change that you've made to this, where
it's
you've
very,
got
very
those...
subtle.
It's those middle ruins, basically.
Yes, the middle ruin normally in 2 is absolutely, for lack of a better word, dog shit. This here is now the big ruin. Now, mind you, while it does show the lines that are like, not really expanding out and deep, they are actually quite deep. They're 4 inches deep actually 5 inches deep on one side, so you are protected on that line. Having it facing this way just gives more staging patterns, especially on like tipping, because the opponent is so far back that they can't expose that angle up that top to get an angle to shoot you. So you actually end up in quite a safe spot. There is a bit of like a trap on this one. Like, you are pretty far away from the opponent's expansion in terms of melee push.
Yep.
That's going to be really beneficial for people that have lone ops, infiltrates, scouts, all that stuff. But otherwise, the others are extremely close to you, and you can punish back off. So, you know, if you start pushing it's this weird thing where you might have this little cat and mouse where you're trying to push each other by going in these sort of angles. So if you do that, then you start playing more Dawn of War style, or Crucible style, like a reverse Crucible. And then, you know, those two back ruins become very important as a result. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I quite like it from the sense that you could even actually stage in that pocket that is just where that in the midfield where you've got the purple with the blue, you can stage in there and be relatively protected because you're fully off.
Yes. Getting to it is the tricky part. That's why the infiltrate work out better there. Yeah. Or the scout. So sometimes that part there, I think, is a bit of a trap, but that's just what layout 2 has in general. So it's just about migrating that and managing expectations.
Yeah. But yeah, no, really cool map. I'm really keen to see how that performs. Then we come to round number 4. So round 1 on day 2. This one is layout 4 hybrid. It is tipping point again with terraform. So this is the one where you can terraform an objective and you get a point. You can terraform, if your opponent's already terraformed it, you can take it off them. And also holding primary as well for that one. It's one that hasn't seen too much play recently in terms of use at events. So it's good to see it back in rotation. And then
it's significantly changed in this one. But I think that's just like, actually, no, I have no information. I'm just going to assume that if they make a terrain layout for this is what it might look like. But the pocket in the bottom is like very, very interesting, and it makes for some really interesting plays. Those purple ruins that are on the actual objectives as well are pretty interesting, because what it means is while you're in that pocket, if you move out to try and shoot someone, they block that angle into deployment. On top of that, though, they also block deployment, objective to objective shooting from no man's land.
Yeah.
So they actually do allow for better, more tight dogfighting. This is a very tight dogfighting map.
Yeah.
It has a lot of mobility where you can still get out and push, similar to WTC, where if you have the mobility, you can get the angles, you're just closer to the opponent. This does the same thing. But once you're out there, you're out there. So if they can trade back into you, you know, you got to be mindful of that.
Yep, for sure. This to me screams MSU melee. Is what I think would work really well.
This is but even fast shooting is just like so exceptional in that. You can fit a Land Raider in that bottom pocket.
Yeah,
and
wow.
Just move it through. So, you know, like a Land Raider can just move right through. So, you know, that's something to note.
Yes. Yep. So Rep-X's that are aplenty at the moment as well can do the same thing.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that can utilize this, to be honest. Baneblade, or maybe not a Baneblade. I think a Baneblade fits, actually. It does. It definitely fits. But Dawns, as an example, will love that pocket, especially because you could just poke like your turret through the gap and just use that to play. Obviously, you can be seen, but you're still getting cover. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's cheeky.
Yeah, very cheeky.
It is cheeky. So I think there are some good... This is also a good shooting map. But it's very much like you know where the shooting is going to be, so you just play around that angle.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, yes, you do have like some sight lines that go straight deployment to deployment, but they're kind of minimal as well, because you can't really fit a lot that can shoot onto your home objective in that pocket.
Most of these maps that I've designed, there's always like 75% of your deployment zone is protected.
Yeah.
So you're not just going to get turn one shot, and that's like my intent. I don't want people to feel really bad by going into CK or Tower Monka and they get first. And just getting absolutely demolished. You know, we're here for fun. I did a bit of a gamble by putting these variant maps. This could either make or break it, but I figured that in the interest of fun while remaining competitive, I'm hoping people like it. Seeing some of the comments that people are liking it as well, so that's good. But please give me the feedback, guys. This is ultimately for you guys. So
I'm pretty keen to test these out personally as well, and just have some fun compared to the regular GW maps. As well. And then
They're
last,
also like, while towering can still play on these, you
Mm.
still have to push the towering up a bit further. They're not always in the back now. So that's what I've tried to do as well.
yeah. And then last but not
Yeah.
least, for round 5, it is search and destroy on take and hold. Take and hold on search and destroy. I'll get that around the right way because, deployment and mission on layout 3.
Which is one of my favorites. And I think it is the best GW map combination that you can get by far. Even against like towering, they for them to see you, they have to touch your blue ruin.
Yeah.
So they're very close to you. That makes things a lot more engaging in terms of dogfighting and everything else.
Yep.
I think it's just the best map that we have, so I try to include it at least once.
Yep.
It's the most WTC-esque map as well.
Yeah, I can definitely see that with the angled terrain pieces more than the right angles that GW typically has, or like on the 45 as well.
Not only just that, like the fact that example on the expansion ruin, there's a little objective part where you can hold it, but you're going to be within an inch, so you can get charged. Typically, WTC doesn't even have many of them. Most of the time, you're out in the open anyway on WTC if you're on an objective. But there are very small instances where this is in play, and this gives it. But then that middle kind of pattern ruin and everything else just works as well.
Yep, for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I think that's about it from what I want to touch on from the players pack. Obviously, we do have like FAQs and stuff in the players pack, but you are using the WTC charging rules for ruins and all the standard GW stuff. So pretty straightforward from that regard.
Pretty standard. I haven't really had to change it for any of my events. Everyone knows what's expected. Everyone has been absolutely lovely. There's been very minor issues at my event so far, so let's just keep up the good work. Have a bit of fun. The venue's great. Yep. That's all I can say.
For sure. All right, so now we're going to get into the juicy stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to pass it over to Jake, who is going to take us through the meta breakdown, the faction podium, and the detachment breakdowns as well. Jake, take it away, brother.
Mate, I think this is the bit everybody comes for, right? It's very different. It's definitely not what I expected. But yeah. So anyway, we'll jump straight into it. I think we have currently 62 players in attendance. Is that correct?
It might have jumped up now. I had 2 extras just by afterwards, by the way. Sorry.
Okay, right.
There's probably 64 now.
And they're both playing Tau, so we should pick on them.
No, they're not playing Tau. One of them's playing Ultras, one of them's playing BT.
Oh, how vanilla of them. Anyway, so meta breakdown, we got Space Marines with 19 players, representing 30.6% of the field, with 5 Ultras, 4 Space Wolves, 3 Blood Angels, 2 Dark Angels, 1 Black Templars, or potentially 2, I guess, an Iron Hands, a Raven Guard, a Sally's, and a White Scars. Good little spread of Marines there.
So much representation on like different ones everywhere. Which is
I
really cool.
know. Just upset there's no Imperial Fist player there.
Or Death Watch.
They don't exist. There's only Michael. Death Watch isn't one, so that's fine. I think there's Enos anyway.
Well,
something.
I am very surprised they're not seeing Death Watch, actually. Very surprised.
Yeah, me too. Death Watch is actually in a really good spot. But I love seeing White Scars. I love seeing Sally's. I love seeing Raven Guard. And I love seeing Iron Hands. That there is, since the Ultramarines changes, let's be honest, not many people play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, their painted Marines become Ultramarines.
They buy the characters and then that's it. That's all they need.
Yeah. It is really good to see that amount of diversity just in Marines as well. You'll also note that it is the largest super faction in attendance, which I found extremely surprising compared to some of the metas we had towards the back end of last year, where Chaos was up in the 30s for players.
Yeah.
I think that has to do with Chaos part's interesting, but also Imperium usually gets up there. We've had a significant amount of lower amounts of guard players now. Still a lot, but yeah.
It's just ever since I stopped playing.
That's it. Yeah. Why play if Jake doesn't play it? That's why the
Oh God. So over to Imperium, we've got 17 players there, which is representing 27.4%, with 4 Custodies, 4 Astra Militarum, 3 Sisters, 3 Admech, and 3 Imperial Knights. Some nice little round numbers there.
No Grey
That's the
Knights.
second largest, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no Grey Knights, no Imperial Agents. They're a fake faction anyway.
Oh God! Thank God.
Yeah, they got Death Watch.
Over to Chaos, we have 11 players, making up 17.7%, with 3 World Eaters, 2 Chaos Demons, 2 Emperor's Children, 1 Chaos Knight, 1 CSM, 1 Death Guard, and 1 Thousand Sons. So good little spread there also. Nearly every Chaos represented there.
Yeah, there is. So every Chaos faction is represented.
Yeah.
There is.
I'm quite surprised there's not more Chaos Knights, but I also understand why with the points increases they recently got. Obviously, there's been some new stuff that's come out for them with Euron Blackheart and his cronies. So really keen to see how they go. And then I think some meta specialists on those particular factions are just maybe playing something else at the moment, or are just a bit burnt out on playing their faction. So maybe they're just like, oh, I'm going to take a break, which is completely fair.
Sounds fair. Over, what do we got next? Eldari. We've got 4 players, and that's 6.5%. So 2 Eldari, 2 Drukari. Good old Drew Carey in there. They're still in an all right spot at the moment.
Yeah, Drukari.
Elder players are still managing to get some results, but I can't see how they're making it work. But good on them now.
Yeah. Drukari's in a pretty decent spot as well. Spectacle of Spite does particularly well. And we'll see one of those when we get to the Detachment Breakdown. And they're doing all right. They're not like blowing people away, but if you know how to play them well, they're going to do well.
I think it's a common case of they're actually like a really good detachment, a really good army. It's a terrible meta for them though. This durability meta that we're in with Catans, with 2-up saves everywhere, with Ultramarines, with CK as an example, with all these ones, it's just not the meta for them at all.
Yeah,
it's absolutely abysmal actually. So if it wasn't that meta, and let's say we migrate more to bodies and elite infantry and things like that, they're gonna mop the floor. They're gonna be so good.
Yeah.
So it's a fact. Yeah. Also demons as an example, they hate it too, and the demon meta we had. So yeah, it's just like a matter of that. It's a bad meta for them, but a great army.
Yeah.
For sure.
Next up, we have the Hive Mind with 2 players, a single Tyranids and a single GSC, making up 3.2% of the field. Yeah.
GSC are in a pretty good spot as well. Like, they've just kind of been a bit of a sleeper in the meta as of late.
But who plays them?
Yeah,
it's
that's
hard there.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's the other thing. It's definitely high skill, I believe.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they're doing pretty well. They're in the top 5 currently stat-wise from stat checks, so doing quite well. Seeing Tyranids, some representation on them is really encouraging to see. They're just struggling because of early release codex, basically.
Yeah,
and
I still get really perplexed that so many people on Reddit, Discord, and everything, when they keep going, "What can we do to combat this? Like, what can we do to combat 3 Wind Terminators at T5?" Everyone starts mentioning all the things and going, "Oh, that's pretty bad for us." And I go, "We have Trigons, 12 attacks, strength 10, 12, 3 damage. They're 140 points. Why has nobody mentioned Trigons? Come on, guys, let's go."
But it's because everyone runs forward in termies that are smart, but that's the problem.
With -1 damage.
And you have Raveners. You have Ravs, it's all right. They pick up 7 termies on average.
Yeah, going.
Yeah,
spicy.
They're pretty wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then last of all is the Xenos players. We like to pick them last. They're making up 9 players,
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 5 Tau, 2 Necrons, which is very surprising. I would have thought we would see a lot more Necrons. 1 Votan and 1 Orcs.
Yep. There's some spice in some of these Xenos lists. Like, they're not the typical detachments you expect to see. Of course, I agree with you, Jake, that, seeing less Necrons, is that just because we don't necessarily have a lot of Necron players in the meta for us at the moment? Are they playing other things? I think they're more than likely there's a few Necron players that are playing other things at the moment, or they're just not playing this weekend. My thing is that Tau having 5 players at the moment indicates to me something that Glaves has said in chat is being some meta chases afoot because of Twin Lance.
They were great before Twin Lance, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just that a lot of people overseas do poorly with Tower because they're bad players. But when we have good players here, like we have in Australia, it's going to be a bit of a problem.
Yes. Yeah. So it'll be really interesting to see how Tau do go this weekend. We'll get into the detachment breakdown a little bit later. There is one really cool army that I saw. We almost had it in the preview list. But I went, considering everything else we've got, let's throw some other stuff in there. So, but yeah, it'll be really cool.
Absolutely. Over to the faction podium. So we've got, as you said, Scotty, Tau and Ultramarines at the top, which Ultramarines will be a standout if you're correct with that 6 player there. So, but they make up 16.1% of the players. Coming in second, we got ScottyD, Astra Militarum, or Guard. Sorry, I hate saying Astra Militarum. Guard.
We all do.
And Space Wolves, making up 4 players each, 19.4% of the players. And in third, we got quite a few there with 3 players. We got Sisters, Admech, Blood Angels, Imperial Knights, and Weeders. 24.2% of the players. So the faction podium is making up just over half. So 37 players at 59.7% of the meta.
Yep.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's very spicy. Obviously, that entire faction podium will shift when you include the 6 Ultramarine player. So we'll go Ultramarines are at 6, then Tower is at 5, and then all of the 4. So it'll actually end up cutting, I think that's going to be 14 players from the faction podium when you look at it that way. So it actually comes down to probably being closer to around 40% if we were to have that knowledge prior to stream. Of course, I didn't have that, so this is what I had it all set up. But that's perfectly fine. I think it's...
And it's funny, we actually would have had 6 Tau players, but at about 3 a.m., as per usual Taylor fashion, he dogged the boys. So, yeah, he dogged the boys. This is just classic Taylor. We all know this. So the better... I've known him to dog the boys more than I've known him to play Tau. Yeah, so it could have been 6 and 6, but yeah, he's going to a high team now.
Yeah.
Which then would have put the percentage up because then you would have had the 6. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll have a quick look over at the detachment breakdowns. So for the Ultras, we got 4 on Blade of Ultramar and 1 with Gladius. He didn't get the memo. Space Wolves, we got 3 on Great Wolf, 1 on Stormlance, because they don't want to be a true Space Wolves player. That's fine. Blood Angels, all 3 on Rage Cursed Onslaught, obviously. Both Dark Angels players on Wrath of the Rock, Templars player on Bastion, Iron's Hands player on Hammer of Averni. We've got Raven Guard on Shadowmark, Sally's on Firestorm.
That's actually incorrect. I forgot to change that. It should be Forge Father Seekers for that one.
Ooh,
okay.
Right.
So everyone's doing their specific one so far.
That's cool.
Yeah.
White Scars on the Spear Point, Nice.
There you go. They are doing it all. Cool.
Yep.
Hoping to see some bikes. Lots of bikes.
Yeah.
Custodies, you got 3 on Talons and 1 on Solar. Action Militarum, we've got 3 on Grizzled and 1's going the Recon. Sisters, you got 2 on Army of Faith and 1 on Champions of Faith. Admech, we've got the 2 guys on Halo Screed and 1 on the Cohort, Cybernetica. And all 3 Imperial Knights are on Spearheaded Arms.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Seeing all the Space Marine factions, like for all the individuals, as you were saying, Alex, doing their chapter-specific detachment is just cool to see. I really appreciate that in the game, in and of itself. There's a bit of debate in Ultramarines whether you take Blades of Ultramar or whether you take Gladius. Obviously, you get the benefit from having Calgar in your list in Blade of Ultramar, but the payoff is that you get the -1 to wound strat compared to fight on death in Gladius. That's the real difference between the two otherwise.
The triple is pretty good though, right? The ability being go triple devs is pretty nuts. So if you run DACA builds, like Blaze is just better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah.
And the meta's good for DACA.
Yes. Yep. Wrath the Rock.
That's why I run all melee.
Yeah.
Same with my Nids brother, don't worry.
Wrath the Rock is, pretty standard for Dark Angels at the moment. Seeing Bastion for Black Templars is really interesting, but they're one of the factions.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah. Bastion BT is actually cracked. I really dig it.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Just little selfless plug too. If you want to see Scotty and I talk about Dark Angels on the new guy, you can get over the ATWN and watch that.
Yep, over on the YouTube
tell
channel.
Tell you all about that Wrath of the Rock.
Yep, that's the next one up. Funnily enough, a little bit of preview for you guys. Custodes is, again, that's pretty much to be expected, particularly after Folger's doing so well on Talons. Most people are probably following in his shadow on that one. Very similar to Astra Militarum, Grizzled Company is just super popular at the moment with one person trying to do the exact same thing as Nemo, quite possibly. So we'll see how that goes. Sisters is a little interesting to see the split between Army and Champions of Faith. So I'm kind of keen to see how that plays out. Admech, not too surprising there. We know that there is one diehard Cohort Cybernetica player in New South Wales who's been doing really well with that detachment. So really interested to see there. And then Imperial Knights, not doing so great at the moment. So I'm kind of keen to see what they can pull out with Spearheaded Arms.
Definitely. Over the Chaos detachments, we got all 3 World Eaters on Berserker Warband.
They only have one detachment, so yeah.
Yeah.
They're still in the next.
Demons, you got 1 on Scintillating Legion, 1 Shadow. EC, you've got the Corduroy of Concealed and another on Carnival of Excess, which is that's interesting. CSM, you got lone CSM on Hurons, Marauders, which would be cool to see how they go. The 1 CK on Infernal Lance, 1 Death Guard on Virulent Vectorum, and the 1000 Suns on Grand Coven.
Yep. I guess out of all of these, the interesting one is Emperor's Children, seeing the Carnival of Excess compared to just going on to Coterie.
Yeah.
All the other detachments are pretty straightforward for them outside of Chaos Space Marines, which is Hurons Marauders, which is a really interesting detachment. So we're actually going to talk about that list in a little bit here as well.
Very good. And over the last one of the detachments, we got the Eldar and Hive-Minded Xenos. So Eldar, you got 1 Serpent Brute and 1 Unknown.
Yep. So we knew the faction for that player, but we don't know their detachment.
Copy that. Secrets. Drew Carey, we got the Cabalite and one on Spectacle Spot. GSC's running the Biocentic. The one NIDS player's running Synaptic Nexus. I have no idea what that does.
It's basically doctrines.
You get doctrines. Yeah.
Ah, right. Cool.
Nice doctrines. You get 5 up in bomb, +1 to charge, things like that. It's not bad.
Yeah, cool. Tau, you got 4 on Monka. Surprise, surprise. But 1 on the Kroot Hunting Pack.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
That was
He's
the
a
interesting
player as well.
Yeah.
That guy's a real Chad.
Yep. I actually know that player. He's from Canberra. He's traveling up for it. And he is an absolute mad lad. He's such a nice guy.
He was at Exterminatus, Jake, as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Dallas.
Ah, yeah, copy. Cool.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas. Are we just naming states? Necrons, you got 1 on Awaken and 1 on Star Shatter. Both equally pretty crazy. Votan are on the Mercenary Oath Band, and 1 Orcs player is on Da Big Hunt.
Yep.
Which I never realised till just then. If you say that really fast, it sounds really rude. So.
This is the first time I've had anyone say that about that detachment, but I completely get it.
Well, it sounded like it as I said it, and I went, I can't say that on, well, I guess I can.
Yeah. But yeah, I
that was
think...
bad as one of the Votan detachments.
What's that, sorry?
No, it's all right.
But yeah, I think overall with the Xenos detachments, the ones that really stand out to me in this is Biocentic Broodsurge, commonly referred to as Muscle Beach. It's basically all about big boys in combat.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. Seeing that many Montcar definitely mean Towers coming out to play. Not too surprising there. Awakened Dynasty and Star Shatter for Necrons is kind of what I expected, to be honest. Pivoting away from Pantheon of Woe after their 100-point hike in the last starter slate. And only having a look at both of those lists, they've only got 2 Satan each. So they're not full sending it down the 3 or 4 Satan path.
Yeah.
And then...
2's fine, right? They're still a prick to deal with.
Yeah. Seeing Mercenary Oathband is also really cool. That is Gary, who is a faction diehard for Votan, so really cool to see him testing out the new detachment that they just got recently. And seeing...
And a legend.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gary.
Yeah, such a good lad. And then the Big Hunt on Orcs is one that you don't really see too often, but it's definitely focused around the the Beast Snagger Boys style of play with them. But yeah, that's overall. I think the detachments, there's a few areas that just kind of surprise you in terms of what people are playing, but for the most part, where you expect to see certain detachments being taken, you're going to see those kind of ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
definitely.
But yeah, I reckon.
It's very diverse. It's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it is. And Gaz, welcome. Great to see you. And so let's jump into talking about some lists. So the first list we've got, if OBS is gonna do its thing and not be a pain in the backside, which it's being a pain in the backside. As I'd expect. There we go. First up, we've got Jordan McGregor. He is running Adeptus Sororitas Champions of Faith. So the only Champions of Faith player. 110 girls with 1 chalice.
May not have helped with that.
That has your name written all over it, Alex.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Well, we share the same 1 brain cell. That it worked out well.
Yeah.
We both thought it straight away at the same time.
Yeah. All right. So in his list, he's got 2 Hospitalers, 3 Ministorian priests, and the Triumph of St. Catherine as the Warlord. Unit of 10 Battle Sisters, 2 Rhinos, 3 units of 10 Arcoflagellants, then 1, 2, 3 units of the new Celestian Insidiants. So this is the new unit from the Kill Team. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that goes in the main game. I think it's only been out a month at most, maybe a little bit more.
Yep. And then the one that came out right before that got nerfed straight away is the next one, which is 3 units of no, sorry, that's the Sanctifiers after. But yeah,
Yeah.
you've got triple Sacrosancts and then Sanctifiers.
Yeah,
so he's got a
single
lot of kill
unit.
team.
Lot of bodies. Those
Lot of
Hospitalers.
MSU.
Yes. And not even just MSU.
Well,
it's
not MSU. Like still, yeah.
it's lots of bricks.
Big units.
Bricks.
Mm.
But no, like outside of transports, there's no vehicles.
Which I think
Pretty cool.
on the new maps is going to be really good. I think because you're not going to be like hamstrung by like, oh, this ruin is placed here. I don't really mind because I can just send it through a wall.
It has some. You have miracle dice as well, right?
Well,
So
that's
even
good.
if your charge is a bit further off, you can use that to make it work. You got, I think, Triumph in this,
Yes.
so you have the extra inch movements and charge bonuses and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And Arcos are just an absolute pain to deal with as well.
yeah, the budget AC/DC.
Yeah. So yeah, really solid list. I would say that this list is going to go far in the event.
Yeah,
For sure.
not only from the list, not from the player at all.
Oh.
It's pretty shredded.
No.
Nah.
We won't undersell
I
Jordan.
don't think I've seen him up there.
Yeah,
He's won multiple GTs. He's a part of Team Australia. Like he's a top level player. So that's
And I just have to say, Sherry, Tau have gotten 3 kill teams. 4 kill teams. I think they've gotten the most out of any other faction. I think they have the most kill team boxes as a whole. They have more than Marines.
Yeah.
Because they have 4. They got Pathfinders, the Crew Farstalkers, they got Vespid, and they've got Stealthies.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Well, the next.
Celsius don't count. They already had them. Doesn't matter. It counts. It counts. It's a new unit. New you. I mean, like the Vespid were there before. Parthies were there before. It still counts.
Yeah. All right.
None of them count.
I'm pulling up this detachment because I want to see what's going on here. Because we're talking about Nathan Princey up next. And he is the mad lad who is running Huron's Marauders.
Nice.
It's pretty good. I've played him on it. It's fun.
Yeah. So, and his tagline is less units than my Chaos Knight list.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
I think it's more indicative. It's indicative of both. It's indicative of this list and also the Chaos Knights being a bit tuned, overtuned. Yeah.
So, the list comprises of, he's got Cypher, he's got 1, 2 Dark Communes, Fabius Bile, and Huron Blackheart. One of the Dark Commune units has the Eager for Bloodshed enhancement, which this one gives them Infiltrators. Just what you want, an infiltrating AC/DC brick. He's then got a unit of 10 Cultists, a single Chaos Rhino, the 2 units of Accursed Cultists that are max, so they've got the 10 Mutants and the 6 Torments, a unit of 10 Chosen, 2 units of 10 Chosen, actually, Masters of the Maelstrom in there, which is Huron Blackheart's boys, and Nemesis Claw, and then a unit of 10 Possessed.
Right.
That's really spicy, in my opinion.
Yeah, the whole list basically hits on 2s as well, which is really nice. By picking the army rule that it gets.
Yeah.
And then also being able to fall back and charge, if you can see Huron or you can flip into it afterwards. Like there's a lot there. You got a surge move, I think. You've got a whole bunch of other, nice to have, kind of strats. But the only thing they don't have that would be amazing on them is AOC.
Yeah.
But they have like pretty much everything else they need.
Yep. So The one thing that you would probably want to watch out for is Nemesis Claw. That is the aura tech. From memory, they are...
Ghost threats.
Yeah.
So that's what stops Bite on Deaths, it stops interrupts, stops all that. Then you also have Cypher, who has a Vectora. So
Yep.
between the two of them, you're playing basically like my my Nids list, which is really cool for counter melee.
Yep.
Yeah, just a bunch of like fun things to do.
Yeah. So
Doesn't work on monsters or vehicles, but it works everywhere else, I think.
Yep. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm again, this is like a almost max body style list. The only vehicle in this is a Rhino.
Yep.
So it definitely seems to be like, cool, you're gonna run big chunky vehicles that is just gonna durability stuff. I'm just gonna make max bodies to just throw everywhere with lots of combat, lots of just staying power. So yeah,
and it still has some anti-tank technically. Like those possessed once per game are going to be devs, and they should dome a vehicle or monster. And don't forget dark packs for all of this.
Yep.
And nearly every single one gets the reroll their dark pack in this list as well. So
Yep. Again, another Team Australia player, played on Team New South Wales. Like, he's another top level player, so I would not be surprised if he goes quite far with this list as well. All right. Next up, we've got Rowan Kennett from the ACT, who is playing something that I would have never expected him to pick up. He's playing
mechanized Nids. Yeah.
He's playing Necrons, Awakened Dynasty. For context for everybody, he is normally known for playing Tyranids. And so for him being on Necrons, really spicy. I'm keen to actually see how he goes with this. So, he's got the Satan Shard of the Deceiver, he's got the Nightbringer, he's got Illuminor Caesaris, and he's got Necrosaur Amintar. He's got Orokin the Diviner, that is the Warlord, a Psychomancer, a Royal Warden, and a single Technomancer. That's a lot of characters. That's like 1,000 points, if not more, of characters right there.
It's not surprising with Necrons, but...
Yeah.
He's got a 20-man Warrior Brick. He's got a Ghost Arc, a single Canoptic Reanimator, 2 Canoptic Tomb Crawlers as well, which is really interesting. They're one of the kill team, I believe. Yeah. The kill team guys from memory. He's got a unit of 6 Canoptic Wraiths. The Technomancer's going to go in there. Like, that's just a given. You've got 5 Flayed Ones and a single Locust Destroyer. So this is like super chonk list. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you're probably gonna see Orokin and the Royal Warden join the Necron Warriors to jump in and have the 4-up invo and be able to not be tagged in combat because they can fall back and shoot with that. You're probably going to see the Psychomancer jump into the Ghost Arc, so the Ghost Arc doesn't blow up on deployment. So then there's going to be the Reanimation Aura from that, as well as the Reanimator on top of that. Necrosaurs giving sustained hits to everything but the Satan. You've got Illuminor Caesaris in there to increase your AP, and also dampen it for incoming AP. So it's just a lot of overlapping auras, and just different things that this list that you come to expect from Awakened Dynasty is just going to be really good. And I'm keen to see him actually pilot another list.
You probably put Illuminor in the Ghost Arc to start, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yep. And then you don't have to play the Psychomancer where the rest of your army is going to be.
True.
That's the last thing you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah?
Otherwise, you just got everything in just there.
Yeah.
Everything's sitting there. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got the Flayed Ones to infiltrate. You can obviously put the single Destroyer into Deep Strike to be an action monkey for 40 points. So obviously he's used his points quite wisely. But yeah, the Satan and Necrosaur are definitely going to have to carry a lot of stuff over the course of the weekend. And just the staying power of the Warriors is going to be a pretty decent stat check for opponents as well.
Yep.
So yeah. Rowan's played on Team ACT as well. He's the captain.
Has he?
He is Team ACT.
But yeah, really solid player. He came second at Uprising a few years back, lost to Brody Middleton in the final round. So yeah, another really top player that is a great.
Brody Middleton is now attending.
I know.
Just to let you guys know.
He's
So,
playing
yeah.
Ultras too.
Mhm.
So yeah, lots of top players in attendance, but we're gonna look away from the top players now, and we're gonna look at the fourth list we've got for you guys, which is Sean challenges
imagine,
Scotman.
Like, the sledging of this guy.
Yeah. We're gonna move away from
Look
that.
at this, look at this guy.
Wow.
I don't mean it as a sledge, ladies and gentlemen. It's
That's
more.
ruthless.
Whilst we can look at the top players all day, every day, and we love analysing their list, I also want to shine a light on some of the less notable players as well. You know, give us some variety of the people who are playing it at the event.
And when we mean less notable players, we mean both in the game and just externally as a whole. They're just less notable as a person, as for their likes, their dislikes, their interests, their family life, their job, everything. It's just less notable. So we've done a lot of research in this, and we've defined them as that. Anyway, go for it, Scotty. Who was that person?
Sean. Oh gosh, you guys. Sean challenges Scotman.
Not Sean. Yeah, you set me up, Scotty.
He is running Montcar Tau.
He deserved it, man.
Oh yeah.
So he's got Commander Farsight, a Cold Star Commander in there with Quad Fusion and the Strike Swiftly enhancement, an Enforcer Commander with 4 missile pods and the Strategic Conqueror enhancement, the obligatory Twin Lance, because every list is going to start at 1840 points because it starts with the Twin Lance already in there. He's got a single broadside. That is going to be the heavy rail rifle version. Then he's got a single unit of Fire Knife battle suits. So this is the one with the missile pods. He's got a unit of 3 Sunforgers, which are double fusion. And they're 2 units of Sunforge, actually, with the double fusion. He's got a Ghost Keel in there. Unit of 10 Carnivores. Unit of 10 Pathfinders with the fixings. 2 individual Piranhas. 2 units of 5 Stealth Suits. A Storm Surge. And Vespid. A unit of 5 Vespid. So, no Riptides.
I'm sure you're saying that he picked the wrong big gun on the Storm Surge. I didn't know they had a second gun. There you go. I didn't know they had options.
Yep. So he's got the, I believe it's the Pulse Driver Cannon is the one he's got listed, and that's the, if Glaves is correct in chat, that is the incorrect gun.
Is it? There's a set one that's better? Okay.
I can pull it up. I think it's a really interesting list. It strays a little bit away from the norm in terms of just going, cool, here's double Ghost Keel, here's triple Riptide. So I'm really where is it? Let's have a look.
It can be the Pulse. Yeah, I get you. So
Yeah.
he lost the 12 damage gun. He's got a 3 damage gun instead.
Yeah.
It could be.
Maybe we'll see if he made a goof. Maybe we'll help him out. I
Yeah.
don't know. Lists aren't out yet, but there are some lists that are being reviewed right now.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, I think it's definitely an interesting take. Obviously you've still got your stealth suits in there. It's got the Pathfinders, Recruit Carnivore, so it's got a fair amount of infiltration on there to set up its spotting units, of guiding, I should say. Having the single Ghost Keel is pretty solid. And then having more Crisis suits than you typically see in a tower list. But then, obviously, you've got Farsight in there and the Twin Lance. It's just going to be a lot to deal with. What's that going to be total? That's going to be 5. That's 14 different Crisis suits you've got to deal with at some stage. Then you've got the Broadside on top of that, and the Storm Surge, and the Ghost Keel, and then all the pieces around it. So it's just kind of a... I read that as very much like a take or comers style list, but it's got the bodies to just go, you can't kill everything. You need to choose what you kill wisely. Is kind of my take. What do you guys think?
I think it's just like, it's a developed stat check in a way. You can technically do stat check now with Tower for just 2-up saves. This hasn't obviously just gone all into that, but it's just playing suits. Have a bit of fun with it, you know?
Yep.
Go for it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And as Glaive said earlier in chat,
Shooty, bang, bang.
yeah.
That's exactly what Glaive said.
Well, Glaives in chat had said that there was only one Storm Surge, and so this is the list with the Storm Surge. So yeah, really cool to be able to showcase that one. And then last...
If Sherry was here, if he was playing, there'd be 4 Storm Surges.
Probably, yeah.
Probably 3, but yeah.
But last and certainly not least is Tyron Maiden. Now, Tyron is one of my locals. He's down this way. And he has been playing Dark Angels, Wrath of the Rock, and he's got a really spicy list. So, he's got an Ancient in Terminator armor with the Deathwing Assault, so you can deep strike first turn. He's got Azrael in there, a Captain with Terminator armor, Lieutenant with Combi Weapon with the Tempered in Battle aura, and then Lionel Johnson, a unit of 5 Intercessors, an Impulsor, 2 units of 5 Deathwing Knights, 3 Eradicators, 5 Hellblasters, a unit of 6 Inner Circle Champions, or Companions, I should say, and a single Repulsor Executioner. So, this list will surprisingly catch people off guard. I'm not going to give a lot of insight into this list, having actually physically versed it, in terms of how it plays. But having the ability to deep strike turn 1 with a Deathwing Knight brick can be savage. Obviously Azrael in the Inner Circle Companions is just going to blend. Anything it touches makes them a bit tougher with a 4-up invo, and the once per game 4-up Feel No Pain against mortals. The Rep-X is the Rep-X. It's doing a lot of things at the moment. And yeah, it's got a few other pieces as well. The Eradicators for some anti-tank. You've got the Intercessors to be able to sticky and screen. Like, it's just got all the staple pieces for a Marine list, with some of the flavorful stuff that he's come up with to play around this. And obviously it's got the Lion, and the Lion can do a bunch of stuff too. So yeah, really spicy list. I'm really keen to see how this goes over the weekend, because he's been doing quite well with it locally. And so yeah, would love to see him do quite well at GT with a lot of the rest of the New South Wales scene.
Absolutely.
Any takes on the list from you guys?
It looks good. I think the Repulsor executioners are good, but they're very points heavy these days. For what else you can get in there, but they're a massive shooting platform. So line goes.
Could just carry sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you could spend so much shooting trying to get rid of it. I mean, Deathwing Knights are amazing. They do exactly what
they make 1 damage, just amazing. Yeah.
Yep. Add on top of that, -1 to wound. Add on top of that, armor contempt. You can just really blunt so much damage. So
yeah,
really spicy.
And they hit like a truck. So
yes, they can. Yes, they certainly can. Alrighty, gents. I'm going to throw it to you guys for this one. What faction do you think is going to take out the tournament?
GK.
Ooh, Alex on the Chaos Knights. All right, Jake.
No, GK.
Oh, there's no Grey Knights.
Death Watch. Fuck it.
And Jake, you're playing.
No, I don't know. I think that it is going to be, like, if you're hedging bets and being like safe, say Tower's going to be in a good spot. I think there's a lot of notable people to watch out for. I think the Recon Guard list is going to trap a lot of people. I think this Huron's Marauders list is going to do some serious work. I think Jordan's list is a very good balanced list that works well, surprisingly, in his play style, and he will get a lot of results out of it. There are some levels of stat check. If I was to pick one, though, I kind of, especially if Greg was coming.
Brody's Ultra.
Yeah, I know.
Now,
yeah.
so.
If Greg was still coming, though, I would have said 100% Custodes on Talons.
Okay.
That was where my initial thoughts were going to be. But now we'll see what happens. Leave it up. Let's let the fights begin. This is going to be awesome to see.
Yep.
I think if we were picking the podium, I think there's going to be a measure between probably like Recon Guard, Custodes, Talon's List, the Jordan on Sisters specifically,
Space
and then a
Wars.
myriad of other things. Yeah. I think Jakey on Space Wars is probably going to take the cake.
No, not me. Not me.
Lock it in.
I just
You're
want
on
to be
stream 5 games in a row, mate. Let's go.
I just want to be top Space Wolves for the weekend. That'll do me.
Is Ewan's going? I think he's probably the Stormlance, right? So he's been doing heavy reps. So
Yeah, it'd be hard to
put you guys into each other round one.
Yeah, let me
please-
have a look at
I know
you.
that's here.
Please don't.
No, it's on Saga of the Great Wolf as well.
Ooh,
Oh, you see, I told you would have converted him, Jake.
yeah,
I didn't say that, but let's just pretend I did.
Yeah, we.
But yeah, Jake, what was your faction you're going to pick to take out top spot this weekend?
Yeah. Look, I just think Jordan and Sisters is probably gonna get there, or at least top table anyway. So
Yep.
I am very interested to see how Corinth's list goes, but it's super spicy. I like it. I mean, there's plenty there though. Like it's, there's quite a few sharks, and it only takes one loss, on day 2 to throw that, in game 4 to throw that all out the window. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look, as long as my AdMech models get a collective win of over 5, I'm happy. And given that all the AdMech players are borrowing my models, it's fine. I think we're okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they only need like 2 wins each, and one just needs 1.
And then I'm set. And that's the highest win rate of the event in my mind.
Nice.
Highest amount of wins, not highest win rate, but
Yeah, we get you. For me, I'm going to pick the current villains of the game, and I'm going to go Tau.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
Very good.
I think just the movement
There's 4
shenanigans.
Malta lists there,
Yeah.
so
The Twin Lance is just like, look, let's be honest, it is really good data sheet that is a fair amount undercosted, and so
Yeah, they're at least 60 to 70 points undercosted in my mind.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
GW sales maybe. I don't know.
No, if that was the case, why did they make the Nid Prime that bad?
Oh,
And then at the same time, they've done a stealth update and they've removed sustained hits on the Winged Prime.
so
They are going
dumb.
to fix that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anything. Maybe they're not going to fix it, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
Someone got
He
upset.
also, none of the attacks are extra attacks. So this is the round now. We're going to be talking about this for the next half an hour. Let's lock in, guys. Get ready. Get your drinks. Let's go. But for some reason, he's attacking. He has 4 arms. He's got 3 behind his back while he's swinging. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
What a Chad, but also screw you. And also, his rending claws, for some reason, are 1 point extra higher damage than a fucking Norns.
Yeah.
His rending claws are better than the Norns ones. For every factor available.
Yeah, so dumb.
Mm.
So dumb. Well, yeah.
Mm.
And
Alright,
another thing, I'm joking. He also cost more than one of the models in the Twin Lance. So yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask if you have any shout outs, but you've already eaten in that time, so we're just gonna miss that. No.
No, there is one shout out to Jordan.
Yeah.
He finally caught a Pikachu in his Nuzlocke in Fire Red. So good work, man. Zap that.
You.
Send it straight into Brock, brother. You got
Well, he's not. You're not a Pokemon, but I wouldn't mind taking a Pikachu.
Yeah. And also, if anyone plays Slay the Spire 2, it is multiplayer. I've been playing every night. I'm a fucking fiend right now. And it's all on the Team New South Wales Discord. If you want to, get a link to that, feel free to come in. We'll play the Spire in the TTS channels and really disrupt players. It's great. I'm a silent main, and I'm just going to party buff everyone. Don't worry. I got you. Playing my weird admin shit in this game. Yeah.
But any shout outs for
Maybe
the
I'll set it up.
tournament,
I'll bring my PC to the event. That's fine. We'll just play. That's all good.
Nah, cool. Well,
Any legitimate shout outs?
That was. What do you mean?
Okay, cool.
Elaborate more.
For the tournament.
Ah. Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Nah. So good. So good. Just shenanigans, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute shenanigans. Well, first off, I want to thank both of you for taking time out of your week to come and sit down, have a chat about the event. I want to thank everyone in chat who has joined us. Hope you have all enjoyed the discussion that we've had tonight. Bit shorter, bit sharper. Hope you guys enjoyed that aspect of it as well. If you only caught some, or if you came in halfway through the stream, we are going to be posting this on the ATWN's YouTube channel later this week on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So if you follow the socials link in chat that I've just shared, you can have a YouTube channel, drop a subscription over there, and that's where you'll not only be able to catch the tournament preview when it's going up on Thursday, but it's where you're going to be able to catch the tournament coverage for this weekend as well. I'll be your commentator, bringing you all 5 games. It's going to be an absolute sick event. I'm really keen. Sepners, I'm not 100% sure when we're expecting.
I haven't released them yet. I thought
Yeah.
I'd wait, so that way people are paying attention here. I will release them in a sec. And also, that is fair. Ness, one of our boys from Inner West, is leaving to Greece for some reason. Oh, poor guy. Has to go spend like 6 months plus there. He's going to have at the time of his life. He's on long service leave. He's going to stay there a bit longer.
Nice.
This is his final event. We're going to make sure we have a big party for him afterwards. So at the end of the event, we're going to be having a few drinks and things like that, and just really celebrating him. So everyone is more than welcome to come. Maybe I'll set up another succulent Chinese night as well if people want. You know, there's a whole bunch of options we have. As you know, I'm a fiend for the succulents. So
I'm excited. Get
And
me
mango
in. I think
pancakes.
I was going to say, somebody mentioned mango pancakes. I'm down.
Me
I
too.
can go off meal plan for the weekend.
That's it. You have to. You have to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll go for a run in the bay near my place in the morning.
Okay,
We won't, but we'll try.
We'll say we did.
You say we did, yeah.
But yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with us this evening. I want to thank everyone who's been following over here on the Twitch channel as well. It's great to have you all joining us for this. I hope you join us over on the YouTube channel as well this weekend for the tournament coverage. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been ScottyD here at the Australia's Tabletop Wargaming Network. It's been a great pleasure chatting with both you guys and everyone in chat. I hope you all have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening. Hope you have a great rest of your week. If you're at the event, make sure to come and say g'day. I'd love to say g'day to you. And if you're not, I hope to see you guys in chat. But ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your week. We'll catch you soon, team.